Live from Malmo, Fight Club Rush in association with Battler Botnia presents 3 rounds in the amateur light heavyweight division. Introducing first in the blue corner with a record of 7 wins and 1 defeat, weighing in at 93.3 kilograms. Fighting out of Norway, Ahmad Edelbijev. And his opponent in the red corner, undefeated at 4 wins, weighing in at 94.4 kilograms, fighting out of Sweden, Mark Kurji. Your referee in charge of the action, Dan Eklund.
Dan the Man Eklund in charge of a light heavyweight amateur action here between Norway's Ahmad Edelbijev in the blue corner and Malmö's Mark Kurji in the red.
I do expect Edelbijev to keep it on the feet just to get some respect from Mark, and then he's got to embed some of those takedowns of his.
Yeah, Edelbijev is a very, very solid wrestler. He did prove that in the finals of the Nordic MMA Championships, where he fought Linus Jönsson, who's competed twice in FCR. Got a solid decision victory out of that effort.
Although most of Kurji's fights, you'll see him in this position, pressing his opponent up to the cage, because he's gonna wanna bait some of those strikes from his opponents, and he'll look to counterpunch. And that counter-punching ability, that's something you seldom see on this level.
You can see the speed difference here. Edelbijev being a lot faster than a lot of Kurji's recent opponents. And we saw that lead left again, and a lot of feints here. Definitely a step up in competition here for the 20-year-old Kurji.
Yeah, much needed. It's looking
what a shot.
so far. This good job by Kurji now, though, working up to the cage, immediately building height. This is what we want to see from a striker who wants to keep it on the feet.
And interestingly enough, Edelbijev is actually moving up in weight. You wouldn't think so by looking at them, but he has previously competed at middleweight. This is a light heavyweight effort, and he told me, I want to test myself at a higher weight class. And he's getting some test.
Yeah, Edelbijev doing a good job here, staying connected to Mark, keeping him on his hips. It's gonna be tricky though, getting Mark pinned, because Mark is just about ready to pop his hips back up.
Kind of a stalemate here, as Edelbijev is waiting for Kurji to move so he can open up.
And if I'm Kurji, to be honest, I'll just wait for the referee to stand us up back up.
Okay, adjustment there from Edelbijev, forces Kurji back up.
Nice mat return there from Edelbijev.
40 seconds left here. Solid advancements here for Edelbijev.
Nicely done.
Yeah, Kurji recognized there that the hooks were on their way in.
Doing a good job of escaping that hip, freeing that hip up. The next step would be to take a step to get back up on his feet, get that right leg of his up and underneath him. Kurji staying calm though. It'll be a working.
Wow, look at that. Drags him down into deep waters. Oh, attacking the rear naked choke.
Yep, it's under. That might be it, ladies and gentlemen.
3 seconds to go though. Oh, gives a thumbs up.
Wow.
Look at that.
Whew, what a beast.
Great stuff from Edelbijev. From Kurji alike though.
It was like he was tensing his neck or something, and like as a defensive move, like.
The rear naked choke defense overall tonight has been pretty great.
Yes.
It's something in the air. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. It's not my jiu-jitsu, that's for sure.
It's going to be interesting to see here if Edelbijev goes for the takedown earlier. I would assume that Kurji is going to anticipate it. But that shot, there was some good timing behind that shot. And I think also the threat of the takedown is keeping Kurji hesitant on the feet.
Yeah, I think so too. He's not really opening up as much as we have seen from him in previous efforts.
And just so you guys know, Alexandre Topuria just entered the building.
Hey, let's go.
World champion Ilya Topuria, perhaps soon to be double champion Ilya Topuria's older brother, recently made his UFC debut.
And shout out Guram Kutadladze also in the house.
Of course.
Yeah, the stars are in the building here at Baltiska Hallen. Like I bet, Edelbijev goes high with that effort.
Oh, yeah, looking to make Kurji see some stars.
That right hand from Edelbijev went right through.
Oh, beautifully done. Immediately goes to the back.
Yeah, very, very skilled work there from Edelbijev.
That is some Panther stuff if I've ever seen it. Immediately on the sprawl, just went for the underhook around to the back. Surely caught Kurji off guard. He's now working to stand back up. That's very important for Kurji to keep that right hip of his free from the hook from Edelbijev. Because once he gets that hook, he can start to free up his hands, get some shots in, do some damage.
A bit of a look of frustration there with Mark Kurji, and I kind of understand that he's been taken down, but there's not a whole lot of progression right now from Edelbijev.
Yeah, so Edelbijev is he's performing the way he has to perform right now, keeping it close distance, preferably behind his opponent. This is the kind of fight I expected to see from Edelbijev. Would be curious to see.
Oh my goodness.
Stomps.
That looks like it hurts.
It sure does.
I doubt it though. Perhaps after the fight might be sore.
Looks like it kind of twisted, like it can twist your knee a little bit too. Just stomping the heel like that.
Yeah. Yeah, he just plantar effects flexing the foot of Kurji. Oh, there he gets the hook just like he wanted. He's gonna look for that cross face perhaps. Oh, goes
nice
immediately
work.
for neck.
Yeah, palm to palm. 30 seconds to work. Climbing up nicely here.
Now he needs to free the back from the chest connection. Does that nicely.
What this does though is it creates openings, and look at this position now. Like it's a lot better than a couple of seconds ago. Great spot here for Edelbijev to end the second round.
Yeah, Kurji would do good in just forcing the half guard instead. Look for the underhook immediately. Oh, look at this again. But he needs his chest behind his back to really get some pressure in, unless he has some of that Hamza Chimaev gripping pressure. What do you think thus far, CM?
I think Edelbijev is controlling this fight, and he was actually finding success on the feet as well. A nice right hand to start the second round that went right through, and Kurji has yet to find his groove tonight. This is a real step up in competition, but not just that. You know, you've ever heard of lighter man skill? Like the heavyweight division, they're not as good as the light heavyweight division. And the light heavyweight division is sometimes not as good as the middleweight division when it comes to skill. And if you're one of the best at heavyweight and now you're moving down, facing someone who is 7-1 and comes from a lower weight class, I think that's what we're seeing here. There's a skill advantage and a speed advantage here in the blue corner.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, I agree. But the thing is also though, Mark, he usually, or before he used to fight in 77 kilograms, so he also has that small man thing. But then again, I mean, standing in front of Edelbijev is just, I mean, the skill difference in wrestling allows Edelbijev to dictate the fight on the feet as well, and we're seeing just that.
Very nice shot. Very, very nice shot. Turned the corner nicely. Great entry. Crowd does not like it.
Yeah, Edelbijev doesn't mind. He's winning the fight so far. And he doesn't care if he's entertaining the crowd or not.
Now he's opening up with a little bit of ground and pound. See if he can use that to perhaps facilitate a pass, get to a better position.
I think he's content just staying here in guard and wait for Mark to open up his guard. As soon as he gets his legs in between him and Edelbijev, I think that's the time for Edelbijev to go. Look at this. Flattens the hip every time Kurji looks to angle out.
And I feel like he is staying busy in the second round as well, you know, advancing position. I feel like it's, like right now it's up to Kurji to make something happen. He's staying flat on his back.
Yep.
Not, you know, he's not staying active with his legs at all, not trying to push away, not trying to shrimp away. So...
Well, certainly, the initiative is on Kurji at the moment.
Yeah, and right now it's a complete shutout, courtesy of Edelbijev. And I think it's also because, you know, Kurji is like deceptively good at stopping certain things that does kind of stop the offense of Edelbijev somewhat.
Yeah, Edelbijev staying busy though. The referee has no reason to take a closer look or encourage activity.
Yeah, 1 minute left, and here we see Kurji trying to do something, trying to use the cage to get up.
Edelbijev is going to do everything in his power to keep Kurji down now. 30 seconds left to work. Tough spot to be in here for Kurji. Edelbijev doing great work from up top though.
Yeah, now inside control as Kurji tries to use the cage to his advantage.
And just relentless with his pressure from up top is Edelbijev. Look at this, going for the anaconda perhaps. Arm and guillotine as the cherry on top of this performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards, who scored about 30-27, 30-26, and 30-24. All 3 in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. In the blue corner, Ahmad Edelbijev.
All right, I'm here for our winner.
Wait, mother, why do you boo? Huh? Why?
Hey, it's a hometown fighter. What you gonna do? Sometimes it's like that.
Hey, it's easy to sit on seats. It's easy to sit on seats. Very easy to stand up here. It's not easy to fight here.
Absolutely. Easier said than done, and you got the job done here tonight. I mean, you fought such a skilled striker, and you had the perfect game plan to counter that. How did you feel after 3 tough rounds?
You know, I know Mark, he's a very hard puncher. I can't take any chance. That's why I had to go for takedown, sorry.
Well, hey, this is mixed martial arts. It's not kickboxing. I mean, you had the perfect game plan for a good striker, and you were hunting for that submission as well. You looked like you were really close, but something was missing.
I was close, Will. I got the rear naked choke, but he gave the thumbs up, so I thought, oh, shit. Zlatko, where are you? Where are you, Zlatko? Okay, you're not here. My last amateur fight. I'm waiting for pro now.
Well, pro middleweights beware, because they just got another addition. Let's hear it for your winner, Ahmad Edelbijev.